I know for construction, COVID was a very nerve-wracking time. We work with a builder in Sarasota on residential sales, and it was tough. From buying land was very tricky. Buyers were apprehensive and sellers wanted to offload product, which was good. If you had cash as a buyer, you could make some good deals.
Right.
But then construction was such an unknown factor. We were having to tell clients, hey, look, here's the cost, but then we're going to have to put an escalation clause in there too, because we know costs are rising. We don't even know we don't know when trusses are going to get in. We don't know when certain materials are going to be here and how much they'll cost when they're available. How did that affect, and I'm talking about a single family home, what was the effect on the macro level when you're talking about a building that, I'm assuming was hundreds of millions of dollars? All of these projects are very large. How did COVID affect the actual construction cost, and how did you work through that?
Well, you hit on a key point, the escalation factor, the unknown. Our business is typically driven off of, when we provide a guaranteed maximum price, we're providing certainty. We're providing a schedule, and we're providing a number that can be relied upon. All of a sudden, that uncertainty became escalation is a factor that's just going to be out there, and we'll deal with it as it happens, and I can't give you a guaranteed price. Well, if you can't get a guaranteed price, you can't drive your pro forma, you don't understand that end game, you're going to be much more hesitant to proceed, right? So we put in factors or goals to contain that to some level. Then it's naturally driving up the base price. So all that was in function and form. I think beyond that, you also have concerns around actual material supply pipeline concerns, and that existed around smart chip technology, anything that was driven off of smart chip technology or petroleum-based products or products that were coming out of China, quite honestly. So roofing materials, as an example, insulation, had significant delays. But when you're looking at a job like the Heron and you're saying, okay, a year to 18 months into that project, I need all my electrical gear or I need my generator. And there's a 24 to 25 month lead time that occurred after COVID on the electrical gear. So what does that do to the overall project schedule? Now, luckily, all of that has alleviated itself significantly in our current environment. We've seen that just settle, and become more and more certain. About 2 years ago, I would say concrete was suspect and hard to get a hold of consistently. We had issues with the gear. We had issues with emergency generators. We had issues with insulating products and roofing products, like I mentioned. And so we just took a higher level of planning and strategy and understanding, and then locking in some level of certainty around that so that the escalating factors didn't cause a concern with the job.
If you enjoyed this clip, click here for the full episode and make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.